Hello, people of the world and beyond. Today, we're going to talk about claircognizance, which basically means clear um, feeling. So, in most situations, you will see people who have this ability um, having no prior knowledge of a certain situation or certain information, like studying it, and they just tend to be right about it. They just have this clear feeling of it being correct. Most common people, or the most famous example, would be like police detectives, people who follow their gut instinct and they just kind of go with how they're feeling in their stomach, and they end up, you know, discovering a lot of clues or figuring out a lot of things that had happened or who was murdered or, just along those kinds of lines. It's not just detectives. Your mom probably, yes, your mother probably has, or my mother does at least, some semblance of claircognizance, like where they know you're doing something wrong, but they can't prove it, but they just know. Um, that's a form of it. Um, Kind of like Deborah from Dexter. I also had an ex girlfriend. I know I date people. What? In the past, she had claircognizance, and I mean, like, it was just deep rooted, just in her stomach. I could not lie about anything. Like, not that I like needed to or anything. It was just like I just she just knew. Um, but the biggest roadblock for people with claircognizance is the disillusionment of intense emotional feelings. So, like if you're seriously jealous or um, overwhelmed by fear or paranoia, these feelings kind of take away from the effectiveness of your claircognizant ability. So it's best to kind of avoid those kind of pitfalls when it comes to this kind of ability. Um, yeah, I mean that's all. It really is. I mean, there's more to it, but I mean that's the basic rub, man. That's pretty much it. Intuition. It's strong intuition. It's a very powerful skill to have, and although some people think of it as one of the lesser abilities, like people, I think, or I feel as though that people think that clairaudience and clairvoyance are among the most popular, or yeah, the most popular of the abilities. Um, and I think that claircognizance is probably one of the most practical in terms of like living day to day life. I mean, imagine what it would be like if you had no idea what you want to do with your life, right? And you start going through books and learning about different subjects, and you just get this gut feeling that you're supposed to be a doctor, be a nurse, be in the police department, rescue a cat off the street, like just to have that feeling of knowing that safety net of in your ability to know certain things with no prerequisite of any kind. You're just like, yep, that's how it is. That's how it's gonna work, and here we are. I think that would be pretty cool. I personally don't have claircognizance, um, but it is a pretty cool gift um, in interpersonal relationships. You'll be able to tell when people are lying when they're talking to you. You'll be able to tell. Um, Maybe there's a tie into it when it comes to memory, or probably not, but you'd still be able to tell, like, when people have bad intentions or when people have good intentions. People are trying to sleep with your partner, when people say they're going to return your lawnmower, but they don't, and you have to go over there and get your lawnmower that you paid $300 for. I don't think it has as much to do with emotional intelligence as it does with just taking source energy and using it intuitively to kind of grasp the idea of what's going on within a certain atmosphere or a certain energy pool. But yeah, I mean, it's a pretty nifty skill to have. A lot of people have it. A lot of mothers have it. Fathers. I think it'd be a good military skill to have. But it's going to be a short video because, I mean, that's kind of like straight to the point. And back in my first video, I had stated that a lot of royalty in the Egyptian, like Sumerian, way back in the day, they would keep the skill in the family not just to protect like royalty, but to protect certain hereditary things. And even though it's kept in the family, you get like King Tut with like club foot, or some people being born that are blind due to like blood thinning, I think. But there's also different skill set that they had back then, like telepathy, yes, telepathy, ESP, like mind reading. People who were born to channel energy, even though it ages the body, they were able to be a primary source of like energy, or not a source of, but they're able to channel and redirect energy into where it needs to be, such as crystals or power ships and stuff like that, or to bring energy into a temple there. Priestesses that would do that kind of stuff. But I don't think we'd evolve like to shoot laser out of our eyeballs or anything, but yeah. Obviously, the more normal people that you integrate into the royal family, it caused the gifts to be less and less powerful, which is why we have less and less people out in the world who are born with the gift, like the gift of being able to see ghosts clearly, or being able to hear voices on the outside, auditory outside voices, even though people call that schizophrenia. But I'll get into that in probably the next video. But yeah. That's about it for this video. I do believe so. Well, it is Christmas Eve, and I don't know. Well, obviously not everybody is Christian or celebrates these holidays. But happy Hanukkah, Yule, Sabbath? Is it Sabbath? No, Hanukkah is the same thing. Happy holidays to everybody. And Happy New Year. May it bring many blessings, and although certain things that seem like they destroy our life actually bring the biggest blessings to us by way of experience, practical knowledge, and pain. I hope you guys have a wonderful night and enjoy your Christmas. If you celebrate Christmas or any non denominational, however you say that. Happy holidays.